Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Kim and welcome back to Uncommonkim. So we are now going into the month of October. I'm really excited to be going into October. I love October. I love spooky season. For the month of October, we have Spookopoly, which is a readathon hosted by Becca from Becca and the Books, which is basically spooky reading Monopoly. And if you haven't seen, I've done a whole TBR on Spookopoly as a whole. Our TBR ended up being massive as we got a few doubles. And due to having so many books on my TBR for October/autumn, I don't know where to start. So, I've made a wheel. The wheel has 33 books on it. This is books I kind of want to read for spooky season in general, but also books that were picked off of my October TBR, also my seasonal spooky TBR, my horror bingo TBR, and my autumn TBR. Yes, I have a lot of TBRs. Yes, I know it's a problem, but you can't stop me. So, due to this, I've put all of those books into a spinner wheel on my phone, and I thought for the first week of Spookopoly, we would spin the wheel to see what I'm going to read each time. So, let's get to it, kids. So... God, we got the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, which is by Laurie Gilmore, which is the second book in the Dream Harbour series, I believe it's called. Now, I am actually really excited to read this one. I'm over the moon to read this one because Pumpkin Spice Cafe was a 5-star read for me. It was a great book, which I read last year. However, I really want to reread it. So, yes, we're going to be reading the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, but we're actually going to start with the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, which is just here. I planned on trying to get to this today, which is the 30th. Is it the 30th? What date is it? The 30th of September. But I just ended up having no time as I was super duper busy. So, basically, I've got one more book to finish off for September. But once I finish that, I'm going to start Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Try and get through this as quickly as possible. I think I could probably get this done like tomorrow morning. And then we'll start the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. So, in Pumpkin Spice Cafe, we follow Jeannie, who was gifted her aunt's Pumpkin Spice Cafe in the small town of Dream Harbour. Jeannie jumps at the chance for a fresh start to get away from a very dull desk job. Logan is a local farmer who avoids Dream Harbour's gossip at all costs, but Jeannie's arrival disrupts Logan's routine, and he wants nothing to do with the irritably upbeat new girl, except that he finds himself inexplicably drawn to her. Will Jeannie's happy-go-lucky attitude win over the grumpy but gorgeous Logan? Or has the city girl found one person in town who won't fall for her charm or her pumpkin spice lattes? This cover is super duper cute, and I'm really excited to reread this one. So this is going to be kind of like the first book of October, but also obviously we're going to read Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'll probably update you tomorrow when I've either made progress / finished Pumpkin Spice Cafe, or if something happens, basically. But I will update you tomorrow. Hello. So it is about 3 o'clock on the 1st of October, and I have just finished my reread of The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, and it was another 5-star. It was 5-star the first time I read it. It's a 5-star now. I freaking love this book. I love the characters. I love the vibes. I love everything there ever is about this book. It is so freaking cute and so cozy, and I've literally read it in 4 hours. But it's been a vibe. I've had a great time. So it's another 5-star for that one. I am now going to be moving on to the Cinnamon Bun bookstore. I would love to finish this today, but we'll see. Obviously I'm not going to rush myself, but in this one we follow Hazel and Noah, 2 characters which we meet in the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, so I'm really excited to read about them. Honestly, I really recommend rereading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe before this one, because it just refreshes your love for the characters, and then you can fly into this bad boy. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to chill. I'm still on, Becca's done some Spookopoly reading sprints, so I've been on them all day as well, and just journaling, getting my 2025 journal ready, and also keeping my 2024 journal up to date. So it's been a vibe, but yeah, I will update you all maybe when I'm about halfway through the Cinnamon Bun bookstore. Hello. I thought I would come and do a little update. So Cinnamon Bun bookstore, I am 60% of the way through. I am loving it. I'm loving it just as much as the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I definitely couldn't choose between these 2 sets of characters. I love Noah, the cheeky chappy. I love him as a character. And I relate so much to Hazel. She's like, she loves the cozy vibes. She loves to just hide away. She hates going outside. Like, I just relate to her so much, and I love her and Noah as a character and as a couple. They just like constantly reassure each other, and it's like, fuck, that's what I need. I need a constant reassurance, and I love it. I love it so much. Yeah, I couldn't pick between this couple and the couple from Pumpkin Spice Cafe, both just as much as each other, but yeah, I love Laurie Gilmore's writing style. I find it so easy to read. Like, I've literally just got into bed a minute ago and read for an hour and a half and read like 40–50% of the book, so I just find it so easy to read, and I could probably like finish it in a day. But it is quite late, but I am actually going to go finish it. I have like, I think 100 pages left, and I couldn't give a fuck. I want to finish this book, so I will update you when I finished the Cinnamon Bun bookstore. Also, apologies, my hay fever, it's not hay fever, allergies, it's fucking me sideways at the moment, and I just feel like shit, so hey, that's apologies for that. But yeah, I'll update you soon when I have finished the Cinnamon Bun bookstore. Hello. So, you know how I just said I don't think I could choose between the 2? I choose Noah. I choose Noah. This kid, I love him. He, in some ways, reminds me of myself, in the sense of his insecurities. He reminds me so much of myself. I love him. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a Grumpy Sunshine romance book, but Friends to Lovers might just be it. I loved it. 5 stars, new favourite. Bring on the Christmas book. Yeah, I'm lost for words. So we need to do another spin. I might speak to you more tomorrow about Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, but right now I'm lost for words. I loved it so much. But we need to do another spin. So carrying on the romance vibes. We're going to be reading The Undermining of Twyla and Frank, and I'll talk more about that with you tomorrow. Hello. So I was meant to update you this morning, but I was in a bit of a rush because I woke up late because I was awake until 12:30, nearly 1, reading and finishing the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. As you have seen, and I have told you, it was amazing. It was a 5-star. I actually do think I prefer this over the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Do I mean that? I don't know if I mean that, but I love Noah and I love Hazel. I relate to both of them so much in many different ways. Noah feeling like he fails everyone, and Hazel with her quirkiness, worrying what other people think. And I was like, oh, I love these two so much, and I love the kind of friends to lovers that they had throughout this. I loved the scavenger hunt, that was quite cute and quirky. I loved that we had Jeannie and Logan from Pumpkin Spice Cafe in here. Also loved the hints for the new book, which is the Christmas tree something, the Christmas tree farm, which I believe comes out in like next week, which I'm going to plan to read in probably like November, December time. But there was hints about that in here, getting to meet the main protagonist for that, and yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love this so much. Yeah, easy 5 stars. So far, Laurie Gilmore is a 5-star author for me, which is great. And then you would have seen I span the wheel, and when spinning the wheel, I got The Undermining of Twyla and Frank by Megan Bannon. I read book 1 in this series last month, which is The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy, which I gave 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I just found it a bit long in places, but this is just the story. This is the new book, or the second book in that series. The third book in this series comes out next year, so by reading this I'm fully up to date. But it is basically a fantasy romance, but I think it's quite cozy. So Twyla and Frank, we actually met in The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy, very briefly, but I believe they're like really close, like best friends. So I think this is going to be another friends to lovers, which is great for me. So in the small town of Eternity was shook when widowed, middle-aged Twyla Backner partnered up with her neighbour and best friend Frank Ellis to join the Tamrian Marshals. Thankfully, patrolling the magical wilderness of Tamria is the most uneventful job these days. When a dragon-sized footprint is discovered near the body of a dead marshal, the job suddenly becomes a lot more interesting. Quill, a handsome dragonologist, is called in from the university to help them investigate, and for the first time since her husband died, Twyla finds herself the flattening focus of an appropriately aged man's attraction, something that seems to bother her longtime best friend, Frank. As Twyla and Frank's investigation becomes more complicated, so does their easy friendship, and Twyla starts to realise that her true soulmate might just be the person who she has lived next door to all along. Equals parts cozy and spicy, this delightful friends to lovers fantasy rom-com. That's When Harry Met Sally with dragons, which sounds great. I have the Fairy Loot edition of this. This is just a dash jacket, but I do have the Fairy Loot edition. But I'm really excited to read this one. And it is on my, I think it's on my August TBR. No, not August. Autumn TBR. So that would be good to get a book off of that. Cinema Bum Bookstore was on my Spookopoly TBR, so there's 2 books done for that, 3 books done for the entire month so far. As for the month, I am going to be trying to do 20 books in October, just because that will really help for November and December in terms of reaching my Goodreads goal. So hopefully we can do that, but we have done 3 books in 2 books, sorry, in 4 days, so you never know. And obviously this is bearing in mind while I've been at work still, so when I get a day off I can read a book in a day, blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm now going to go to Nando's because I can, and when I get home I'm going to start listening to The Undermining of Twyla and Frank while like updating journals and all that shit. So I will probably talk to you when I have made a good progress into The Undermining of Twyla and Frank. Hello. So I thought I would come and update you on The Undermining of Twyla and Frank. I'm actually really loving it. I think I'm loving it more than The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy. I'm just definitely enjoying their relationship more because they're literally best friends. And their relationship is so cute as it is. And I love that we have Duckers back from book 1, and Heart and Mercy are still in the book. Obviously, so Twyla and Frank are both older. They're in like their 30s, no, 40s to maybe early 50s. They all have like their own children. Twyla has grandchildren. So, and I've never really read a romance at all with like older people, and it's a vibe. I actually quite like it. I love how they wind up Duckers, and I also am really enjoying the like fantastical plot with the dragon, which is really fun. Yeah, I'm having a really good time with it. I've got about 2 hours left in the audio, so I'm hoping I can finish that tonight. Today is Tuesday. Work was really busy, so I just kind of like ran out of time for reading. What else did I want to update? Oh, my nails. I wanted to show you my nails. So this is like my Jack Skellington hand. He's cool. And then we have Sally. I'm a big Nightmare Before Christmas fan, so that was a must for October, so that was exciting. And I have some book mail. And by some, I mean I bought those parcels. Oh Jesus. I love it when it does it properly. I know what this is, and if you're watching this vlog, you'll know how excited I am for The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. So this is the next book in the Dream Harbour series. This one is based at Christmas, and we follow Kira and Bennett is Jeannie's brother. I'm so excited to read this. There will be a vlog, of me reading Christmas romances, as is tradition, where I will be reading this one and 2 others that I'm going to keep secret, but I am so excited to read this one. I cannot wait. Also, look how cute the cover is. Look at the little Westie. That is such a cute cover. I cannot wait. Both, obviously, as you know, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore were 5-star reads for me, so I am hoping this is the same. I can't wait. And then I have another parcel. Now, I ordered these off of TikTok Shop. I never buy much from TikTok Shop. I think the only thing I've ever actually bought from them is the special edition of the Pumpkin Spice Cafe with like the pumpkins on the sprayed edge. But these have been on my TikTok for the longest time, and I thought, why not? So, I don't know if you can kind of see, but they call it a date with a book, where you choose what genre, and then they kind of like wrap the book up, give you a few sweets. So we've got some squishies, we've got some hot chocolate, we have some really cute stickers and a really cute bookmark, and I've bought 2, and these are both thriller books, and I'm gonna do a video literally after I finish this vlog up. I'm gonna be starting a video where I'm gonna read these 2 books, and I'm so excited to do this video. So that's what I'm going to be starting next. Obviously I don't know what they are, you don't know what they are. What a vibe. So yeah, that's all I needed to update you on. But yeah, basically I'm going to go and finish the Undermining of Twilight and Frank, and I'll be back to update you and to end this vlog. Hello. So I have finished the Undermining of Twilight and Frank, and I've given it a very high 4, nearly a 5, but it just doesn't feel like a 5, but a very high 4. I love the twist at the end. Actually, I was in shock. I was in pure shock of the twist. Definitely I found slow burn again. Very slow. Took a lot for them to open up to each other, which I quite liked. Again, like, I like that they're just a bit older, so the way that they act is a bit different. I love the way that Twyla mothers everyone. I love that. I love Frank as a character. I think he's just a soppy git. I love him. Yeah, I had a really good time reading this, and I can't wait for the next one next year, which is Rosie and Adam. And I've just met Rosie, so very excited for that. But yes, a very high 4. So we've had quite a good amount of books, really. So we've read 3 books total. 2 were a 5 and 1 was a high 4. And I've had a great reading week. I've really enjoyed myself. Let me know what you've read this past week. I would love to know. And like, subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you soon for another video. Bye!